Hi, furry friends.
Hi guys.
I am Carrie.
I'm Joelle.
And together we are the Moms of Furries.
Hi, or the moths.
That's right. So today we are going to talk to you about just how to plan for your first con visit if you have not been to one.
Yeah, and just to kind of give you a little bit of the lingo so you don't feel like a fish out of water and intimidated.
Just a few tips that I think probably would have been helpful for us, and it's really exciting to go to your first con, but if you have a little idea of what to expect.
Yeah, I think it's nice to just kind of know a little bit.
Yes.
So, first
Rule number one. Go.
Okay, so the first thing, if you want to find a lot of the upcoming cons, I'd say most of them, but not all, because there are so many and I don't think that we were able to find all of them. But if you want to know the bigger ones, what was the criteria? Wasn't it like...
I mean, every one that I found I put on our list, and I know you added some as well and
Okay,
updated.
so maybe it's all of them.
Yeah, so go to
Anyway.
mofurries.com.
Yes.
That's what we're trying to say.
Mofurries.
Mofurries.com. MOFURRIES.com. And check out our calendar. We have as many cons as we could find and think of. If you know of one that we don't have, let us know. We want to add it.
Yeah, email us at mofurries@gmail.
Yep.
And
there's a contact us through our website.
all right, so there you go. So to find out whatever cons are coming up, and they are all over the place. Like for instance,
All over the world, and we want to go to them all.
all of them.
All of them.
Well, last weekend, Furlandia in Portland, and Confuzzled
I want to go to Confuzzled.
in London,
Oh, yeah. Yes.
like and Anthro, Ohio. Like they're everywhere.
One day we will see them all.
I don't know that it's possible
I
to
don't
see
know.
them all. We're gonna try one day.
We will
Okay.
endeavor to do so.
Anyway, so second rule, definitely.
Pre-register as early as you can.
I think that's like the biggest recommendation we can give, like pre-register, because the registration lines are crazy. I mean, you still have to go into the line to get your badges, but to pre-register, like this last con, it was just like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, and there might be
nice.
a discount or extra swag if you register early. So do that.
And we also recommend trying to register, if you can afford it, at the higher levels, simply because the swag that you get typically for that, I think that it's a better value than buying souvenirs or those types of souvenirs at the con.
Yes.
For instance, like the con shirts too. We've not gotten con t-shirts yet.
That was. And this last one was my fault because I am the cheapest person that ever walked the planet. And so Joelle registered us for BLFC 2018.
And I went up, but not all the way up.
Probably because she knew I would go, because I'm the cheapest person on the planet. But that stopped us from getting t-shirts because it was included in the higher registration.
And you cannot, I mean, you sometimes can't buy them. That's the only way you can get them. So
I tried.
we're going to start registering at the highest level that we can, that gets the most swag.
If at all we can afford
I mean, I don't think we're going to go God level at any time soon, maybe, but at least like,
I'd love to be able to.
it'd be awesome.
I want to go t-shirt level.
We're going t-shirt level for sure.
T-shirt.
Well, and the difference between the t-shirt levels and the not t-shirt levels are typically less than a t-shirt costs at. Does that make sense? It's a lot of t-shirt talk. Anyway, so do it.
Okay, so that was tip number 3. And
Yes.
so tip number 4.
Going to pick up your badges and con books. Like we wanted to talk a little bit, like you'll always have some sort of identification to show that you're part of the con, because the con spaces are normally multifunctional. Like this last one was a casino.
But the prior one, they were sharing space with, it was at a convention center, and they had the volleyball, and they had other stuff going on too.
Or different-
Whatever your identification is.
Go get it.
Yeah,
Go get it.
And get your schedule, because you'll need to look through that, like sit down, have a cup of coffee, and go with a highlighter or pen and just make your plans, because there's a lot of stuff you don't want to miss.
Right, and you kind of, it's just like any other adventure, you want to make an itinerary, and sometimes you don't know exactly what's on the schedule until you get your con book, simply because sometimes they don't have confirmation until last minute, and they're not able to publicize it as early as they'd like.
And if if your con staff has a Twitter, most of them do, follow that, because last minute changes in schedule, that happened to us. We tried to attend an event and it was a last minute change, and somebody else who was there said, oh, they tweeted it. So make sure that you check that too, because your schedule can be really tight. A lot of a lot of times you'll have 2 events at the same time and you have to prioritize.
Right.
Or, for instance, we wanted to see the drag show, and we happened to be old, but the drag show started very late.
It was so late.
But worth it. So we had to plan for that. So we looked at the schedule ahead of time and said, okay, we're going to go home and take our naps.
Right, and like do our stuff and
have-
relax.
feed the children and all of that.
And then go back.
Yeah, and then come back.
So anyway, yes, definitely go through your con book, sit down, you know. I mean, I don't think there's been a time that anything that would be adult or 18 plus isn't labeled. They're very, very good about labeling. So when you're going through the con book, look for 18 plus AD, which means after dark, which is also adult only content.
Or it might say PG-13.
Yeah, I mean, there will be some things. Ooh, definitely go to our episode 1-ish. I think it's Don't Be Scared, Be Aware.
Oh,
Or
yes.
Be Aware, Don't Be Scared. I can't remember right now.
I think you said it right the first time.
Anyway, go there and freshen up on all of the terms because like AD, After Dark, means adult. We have some other things that you might want to know. Like you were talking about, like pup play. There might be
Yeah.
something.
And nothing to be afraid of. Just
No.
if you're going to your first con, you might hear some terminology and you want to know what that's about.
Or you're looking at your schedule and it may say like for, people talking about pup play, for instance, that could be confusing if you didn't know what that meant. And especially if you're walking around with your kid and scheduling what you want to do with your kids. So
Yeah,
just,
so if your kid says, hey, pup play, that sounds like fun. I like puppies, let's go. You'll know. You'll know it's probably not appropriate
Yeah.
for them at this time.
right.
Okay, number 5, visit the dealer's den.
Okay, so the dealer's den is, like every one of them, I guess, has a dealer's den.
It may not be called the dealer's den, but yes.
I don't know, I think it's the common terminology.
Is it?
It might be, I think it is.
So a place where you can buy things from artists and
Yeah, merchandisers.
merchandisers. That's the word I was looking for.
Merchandisers.
Thank you.
There's going to be all kinds of stuff too. Anything from suits, lots of partials, t-shirts, lanyards, art.
All manner of flair. Bring cash. Some will
Lots
take
of
credit
it.
cards, but be prepared to spend. I think our kids wanted to go back. They went like 6 times total.
I think that's why they want to go to cons, for the dealer's den. Like,
I
that's
mean,
where they go.
We all bought things.
We all bought things.
There's no shame in that.
No.
Embrace it. But just be prepared that, it's like a flea market or any sort of a place where people are selling things. Some of them will take a credit card and some will need
take
cash.
right?
So,
Ooh, and this last one, there was the con themselves. They put in a free cotton candy booth for donations.
That was really nice.
That was really cool.
yeah.
Let's just talk really just a short bit about at the dealer's den, some etiquette there though. I know that we recently did a video talking about etiquette. Dealer's den, of course, look at the stuff, but don't try to take up all of the artists or the vendors' time because they are trying to make money. Most of them, that's how they make a living. So, check it out, but don't keep other customers from coming up and don't try to monopolize the time. Yeah?
Yes. And be mindful of what you touch.
Just don't touch things unless you're
I
planning
mean,
to
it's
buy.
hard not to touch fur, but just be mindful because, this is work that people have put a lot of time into, and they have heads and partials. They have a lot of
Oh,
a
we
lot
got
of things.
ears last time. It was
We
fun.
did.
We got a really good deal on ears last time, I think.
We did, and they were pretty fun.
So anyway, dealer's in, you're probably going to spend a lot of time in, even if you're not planning to spend a lot of money, just walking around and seeing all of the cool stuff.
Look at everything first before you commit to buying, if you can stand it.
Yeah, walk through the entire place.
It's really fun, and it'll give you ideas. I mean, there's just everything. There's buttons so that you can express yourself. So you can spend anywhere from 50 cents to thousands.
Yes, and I think that normally there's some sort of artist alley where they try to do art shows for anthropomorphic art. And that's typically separate from the dealer's den. There might be some artists with some work on display in the dealer's den, but there usually is like an artist alley or an art show separate.
And you can commission. There are lots of commissions open, and we will talk about commissions in
On
another
another,
episode.
yeah.
But it is important to know that if you want to get a rough sheet or a headshot, you could potentially get that at a dealer's den.
Yes, I think that walking through the dealer's den is good because then you can see the artist's style and kind of see who you like, what you like.
It's not called a headshot. It's a bust where they draw it, not where they take your photo. I misspoke, but you know what
Whatever.
I'm talking about. A drawing by an artist of your persona, whatever your character is. So that's really cool. They can make you badges A lot of people want badges. We have badges, yay.
We do.
It's really fun. So just be prepared for that. If you have something in mind and you're not able to get your badge before you go to the con, not to worry. You can get one there.
Yeah, because we are waiting for my 8-year-old. Remember, I think it was a keychain or something that they're taking, and they're gonna make his first like visual representation of his little fursona Biscuit.
Biscuit
the
hug
dragon dog.
bandit.
It's a hug bandit. That's right.
He is the hug
He
bandit.
hugged everybody
But he always asked.
every single time.
Good manners.
Very proud of him.
Good manners. So let's move on to tip number 6.
Okay, and that is just, we already did that, but talking about just the wording, you're gonna hear about suitors and makers. Suitors are the ones that have the suits on.
And it could be a full suit or a partial. If they are wearing something anthropomorphic, they are a suitor in the process of suiting. So if somebody says, I'll be suiting later.
That means they're gonna put on their suit and come out in character, which is a lot of fun. And the makers are the ones that are actually making suits. They could be wearing suits too, but that's the distinguishing term.
Yeah, so just be aware of that. If somebody says, oh, I'm going to be suiting later, you know what that means. Look for them later so that you can get a picture.
Yeah.
If they are
Do
keen
pictures.
to have pictures.
Yes. And just remember that you are going to be walking, and you need to be prepared for lots of.
Yes, so make sure you've got room on your phone or camera. Make sure you have comfy shoes and you're prepared to walk, because that's one thing. I mean, at BLFC, we basically paced the floors looking for people to be in fursuit that we wanted to say hello and take a photo and to see everybody.
Or just to see everybody, like to walk through. Yeah, I think we logged, on average 4 miles a day,
Yeah.
according to like our step counter.
And in San Jose, I think it was farther, because the difference was at GSR, where BLFC was, it's contained all in the casino, so your walking is somewhat limited. All your restaurants are right there. But at San Jose, it's at a convention center, so we walked downtown to go eat and to see things. So we logged a lot of miles, which was great.
It was great because you don't realize you're walking that much. It's a lot of fun.
I was really proud of us, all
We're
the exercise
really,
we
did
got.
a great job.
So just be prepared, to have a bottle of water with you.
Ooh, and you will be able to see in your con books, and most of the time you can just look up the venue once you know where it is. Scout out where your restaurants are. See, a lot of times registering with the con gets you some discounts. So check those out. And it's kind of the same with just normal people out of suit as it is with suitors. Stay hydrated. Take lots of breaks, drink lots of water. That's basically
think about
what
it
it is.
like a day that you would spend at a theme park or a zoo.
Yeah.
You're going to be walking around a lot. You might get fatigued. You want to make sure to take breaks if that's what you need.
You want to
and
know where the food is.
Yeah, get your food and stay hydrated, and restroom breaks. I know that's very important for me. Very important. So, yeah, I would say just treat it like you're going to be at a theme park. There will be sitting when you attend a panel, but a lot of it you're going to be moving around, dancing potentially.
Ooh, yeah, because
We hope you dance.
yeah, and if you don't dance, you have to go watch the dance competition. That's always a crowd favorite. And sometimes they even do floor wars. They did that at BLFC. Some people were in
that
suit
was so fun.
somewhere. It was a lot. It's just a lot of fun. It's a great time. Anyway, I think that we've given you guys enough information that you should feel fairly comfortable attending your first con.
Yes, and if anybody has any tips that you think that we've missed, shout them out to us in the comments.
Yeah, definitely. All right, I think that's it.
Take care.
Bye.